Good morning, Bender family. So, one note, Kagan is not here yet. I'll give you the look around. I'm only saying that so I can give him a hard time later when he does get here. So, this is day number 2 of the Z-cut on the International. So, Ben's got some things he's going to be working on, and I will let him...
I'm making plates.
Do his thing.
I'll show you a little bit what I'm talking about here. I kind of started making a couple over here. So the plans are, obviously I'm going to box this, but for extra strength, I'm going to put a support in there at an angle and parallel with it. So I've made this plate that sits in just like that. And I'll weld that in. And then I'll plate the outside of it, and I'll do that on the bottom side too. And then I've got this piece, which I've got this clamped together right now. And I'm going to weld that to the frame here, and of course I got to weld to the frame here, double weld that, and I'll box all that in. Mainly because, you know, our plans currently, of course everything's always
Subject to change, yeah.
The plans are to put a flatbed on this, and even if we don't do the flatbed, to put a gooseneck hitch and pull trailers with it. And I want it to have a good solid frame because we plan on working this truck. So if it was just going to be a show truck, maybe I wouldn't be so worried about parallel boxing the inside of this or anything like that. But it's not show. We're going to work it. We'll show it some too, but
We've already got plans for this truck, if it works out.
if it works out. So today, just making some extra plating, getting ready. Going to be burning some more wire, putting some weld in, and then if all that gets done, everything goes well, we'll move the carrier bearing up, try and line the drive line back up a little bit better, and put our piece of brake line back in, and put our wires back up on the frame for the 2-speed and the rear lights and everything. And as you can see, that side's all clamped and kind of prepped to start burning. We got like 24 clamps on there.
So what I'm hearing is that maybe, just maybe, we might see what it drives like today.
Not if it rains.
Not going out if it rains.
The wipers don't work good. So the linkage is messed up in them, and it's going to bind, and I'm afraid it's going to tear something up. So
It can be wet, it just can't be raining.
right, it can be wet, it just can't be raining.
All right.
So we might drive it today, maybe.
Yeah, well, let's get to work here. I just want to take a minute here because Kagan just pulled in, so we're going to give him a welcome to the party.
Hey, what time is it?
It's late, I know.
Morning, sunshine.
It's like the walk of shame.
Yeah, a little bit.
Friends are like leaves, you don't leave in the end.
All right, we're back. And we got a few things done here. We're a few hours in. Ben's about to burn some more metal, but we're going to get a quick update on where we're at. So, take it away.
So I've welded this right here in. I've got another weld I'm going to put on this side here. And then once we do that, that's welded on. We're putting a flat plate in here, and we're welding across the backside and attaching it to the outer box as well. So I'm going to weld these on. And then I've got this, we talked about it earlier, but I've got that boxed in there inside. So then I'll box again on the outside. So that'll be a double box on the top, and I'm going to do the same double box on the bottom. And if you look here, you can see these discolored lines here in the metal? That's showing the heat penetration from my weld. So that's showing that I got plenty of heat in it, which means I've got good penetration, which means they are as one, as best as possible. So getting ready to burn some more wire. I just want to make sure this is the strongest section of frame, because I cut it and I was going to be self-conscious about it. We box it like this, there's no way this becomes a weak link by doing this. So
Well, I say keep burning. Maybe we can get something done today and pull it out, see what it looks like. Good luck.
Here we go.
What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a junior wrench bender. Say hi, Noah.
Hi.
Hi.
He says, "Hi, Noah."
All right, so we're back. We just got done eating some lunch, and we're getting ready to get started again.
Biscuits and gravy.
Oh yeah, that's the mom stuff.
This did not happen on accident.
So where are we at here?
So, got some weld splatter over there, but that is pretty well done on top.
Let me walk over and get him a shot of that.
I wanna do some plates on the inside of the frame itself, which we will get to.
By the way, it's not hot.
Oh, not hot.
Yeah, you can touch that one.
Check it out.
But I'm gonna put a plate in here, and in here we're gonna raise it up, and I'm gonna do the same thing here on the bottom side to kind of case everything in. And something else I wanted to mention is on that side I've done it. I will on the other sides when I do the back sides, but I've done it here because I've got 2,000 degree paint for exhaust manifolds because I know I'm going to be welding around it. And I've painted the inside of it. Now granted, there's some of it, this is going to be bare metal that I'm not going to be able to stop, but some of it I can. So I'm going to spray what I can. And so we've got this piece tacked in. I've got to weld these seams here, which this has already been welded to the frame once. Put this plate in, weld here, and weld back to this again to kind of make a case that goes around the frame. Like right here. I've welded that one piece in there already at the same angle, set back, and now I'm going to cap this on there and weld again. So essentially you see that discoloration there, this becomes a box tube. Then I weld this back here, a plate back here, and this becomes a larger box tube, and I end up with two here as well. So once again, strongest place in the frame. That way, no matter what we decide to do, it's not going to break where I welded it. Hopefully. Hopefully.
It looks like your brake line's leaking a little bit still.
Well, it's open.
All right, well, let's hope we can get some of this done. Rock on.
Plate, the way you finish this knock this off.
What's up, guys? So, we just had a visitor just a few minutes ago. I don't know, it might have been half hour. I lose track of time. From a local wrench bender. Justin and his daughter stopped by, Kenzie, who was very interested in what we're doing and walked around the garage a little bit. And she got to see us weld. And of course, I'm over here working on the GL1000 a little bit while he's welding, so she got to ask some questions about that. Thanks for stopping by, Kenzie. We appreciate the interest, and hopefully we'll catch you again soon. So other than that, we're going to do another quick update on what's going on.
So the big thing is and Kagan just painted it a moment ago, we actually cut this notch out and raised it and re-drilled the holes and braced back in here. The reason for that is this drive line had to be raised because the way it was sitting, our drive shaft was headed up. And later plans, that axle was going to become even closer to the frame up there under full droop. So we wanted to raise the drive line up. So our carrier bearing is going to mount higher now, and we come up about 3 inch higher. So, and we brace this all in back here, and we've got a bunch of plates made to finish up. This one right here, this entire Z-notch is done with the exception of putting the bottom plate on down here, which is sitting right here right now. We've got to clean one piece up here, and then we're going to weld it on. And then that Z-notch there has got this plate that goes there. And then we've got 3 plates there that are going to box in that bottom section there. So, aside from finishing those, we've got the plates made and they're sitting here. We need to loosen that brake fitting back there and roll the brake line down. And try and reattach the brake lines and attach the wiring back to the frame rail after I get done welding everything up. And bolt the carrier bearing back up. I mean, we're all but finishing now.
All right, well, hopefully, we think we're going to get this done today?
I don't know, I'm trying.
All right, well.
There's a lot of welding and a lot of cutting here. But something to, as far as all the cutting and measuring, I've got a cheap little 16-foot tape measure. I got you know, we got a couple little magnet angles there, but we've been cutting all this with more or less a Harbor Freight bandsaw and a grinder with a death wheel on it, which, matter of fact, our little red grinder over there gave up the ghost just a little bit ago, so we'll have to get another one of those.
Yep.
But
It
don't-
growls now.
right, growls,
Big growls.
to let you know it's not happy.
Yeah.
So the only thing that we've used to do most of this, other than some of the rigging and engine hoist and jack stands, is a regular floor jack holding up the hind end of it right now. Is the high dollar equipment is the welder. Outside of this, we've done this with low budget stuff. I mean, go up to the Harbor Freight and spend yourself a couple $100 and you've got everything that we got except for the welder. So
Well, let's get back to work. Hopefully, we can get this done. Wrap it up.
yep, try to.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Z-cut frame. Pretty exciting. This turned out better than I kind of imagined it. Of course, I don't have his imagination.
He's got no faith in me.
It's not the faith. He told me I'm gonna Z-cut a frame, and I'm like, what? Well, let's explain that. Well, he did, and here we are. So, here's the walk around.
I am beat.
Yeah.
This has been a rough day.
It is 7:37 p.m. on a Saturday. So it has been an all-day adventure to get this thing
I got here at 9
finished.
o'clock this morning after running by Track Supply, get some paint, a few other things. We decided to put a light coat of paint on what we've done here. I'm probably going to put my 4-link to this, so we're going to be skinning this paint back off, but it's going to sit outside some. We don't know how long it's going to be before we get the 4-link. I don't want it to rust, so we just put a little bit of layer of paint on it, go from there. We're eventually going to clean this whole frame up and repaint the whole frame, but one step at a time. But we've got this notched in, and we put some paint on some of the fresh metal there. So our drive line is just about straight right now at ride height. But back end of it is sitting low, so it looks like them guys that run them stupid squat trucks. And if you got a stupid squat truck, sorry, I know it's your thing, I don't get it. But we eventually plan on lowering the front end of this thing.
And that's coming. Hopefully soon. Well, there you have it. There is a Z-cut frame.
And it has been an adventure.
Been a day. But
Let's get in this thing. Let's see it roll.
so hang with us. Next episode, see what we got going on, and thanks for watching.
Yep. Thanks, guys. See ya.